Hi, my name is Boris and welcome to Cosmic Trading, and today we're going to talk about Amzn, QQQ, MAGS, and LLY. Let's start with Amzn real quick. So as you can see, we haven't quite reached the gap with 2 of the level 1 downtrend. So once we face this, that's going to be a real challenge, but fortunately we are using this level 3 uptrend as support currently, so this is looking good. So that means we are most likely going to attempt to break this area this week. So we'll see what happens. We're about 1.8% away from it. And if we are to use the level 3 app support again, we have about 1.4% to the downside. Now, if things get bad, we might use this blue trend line as support, which is about 5% to the downside. Now, let's move on to QQQ. So QQQ is looking very good right now. We are still using the level 1 downtrend as support, and that's usually a bullish sign in my book, but usually if that fails, it fails hard also. So we have to be very careful around this area. Now if we fail at it, we're about 7% to the downside until we reach this area as support. Now I don't want to take an uptrend measurement just yet. I want to wait until we get a nice little leg down first. So until then, I'll let it be. Now let's move on to MAGS. So MAGS isn't looking too bad. We are still using gap with 2 as support. As you can see, it's looking really good and strong. So if we are going to attempt to reach gap 1 this week, we're about 4% to the upside. And that's going to be the last layer of this overall downtrend for the Magnificent 7 stocks. Also, if things get bad and we start moving to the downside, I'm pretty sure we're gonna use this white and yellow trend as support, and we're about 3% and 5.7% to the downside. Now let's move on to LLY. So I knew this area would be a decent support for LLY. So if LLY gonna go to the upside, we might face some resistance from this yellow line if we're not too bullish, and 4% until we reach gap 2 at the level 2 downtrend. And if things get really bad, I don't expect us to go more than 10% to the downside until we reach gap 2. But if it's not that bad, then we can go maybe 4.5% to the downside and use this area as support. Anyways, I wish you all the best. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you next time.